Hi, it's Michelle here from the Hip Kit Club design team. Here is another process video and layout for our National Scrapbook Day, which is happening in the coming weekend. I really wanted to do a bit of mixed media on this layout, so what I've done is I've just added some white gesso to my background. Ideally clear gesso would work a bit better, but I don't have any, so white just can go a bit yellow on the white cardstock. So what I'm doing is I've created three little spots where my photos are going to be, and I've just added some white gesso and smoothed it out with a credit card. You're not going to see a lot of the white gesso, so it doesn't really matter if it's kind of all in a square. So I'm going to use the watercolor crayons from Vicky Bouton from American Crafts. These are gorgeous, and what I wanted to do was create a circle theme towards the back of my photos. So what I've just done is got a circle template. I've just done that with a Fiskars template, and I'm just going to draw around it with some of the crayons and just use that as a bit of a guide. So as you can see, I've gone around with some yellow. And I'm just basically going to repeat these steps on every single little spot for where my photos are going to go. And I'm just going to colour them in and make them a little bit darker and basically repeat the process. So I get a lot of uniformity between each of my embellishment spots. A lot of repetition in this layout, which is kind of cool. Just added some water and I'm just using my finger. That's the easiest way for me to smudge it in. So I'm going to just use my finger and smudge it all in to make it a bit more of a circle shape and a bit more definition through my lines. So I've started off with the yellow and my photos are black and white, so I can pretty much go to town with whatever colours that I want to do. So there's my yellow, and now I'm going to start off by adding some more colour, and I'm going to use, I think it's the orange one next. Yep, there it is. So now I'm just adding another layer, but what I'm doing is I'm only adding it to one side. So I'm creating some balance in my layout. So if you can see as I go through, I'm not going right around my circle. So I've gone on one side on two of them and then the other side on the other one. This just kind of creates a nice balance to my layout and it's not all the same. So mixed media is not something I've done a lot of, but I am really enjoying using the mixed media kits from Hip Kit Club. And now on the other side I'm just adding a tiny bit more just to give it a bit of definition with one of the lighter oranges, so it's not quite so bright yellow, so I'm just kind of toning that down just a little bit. You won't see a lot of this just peeks out from behind the photos, but it just means I've got another interesting layer going on and just kind of creates a bit of fun, a bit of definition, a lot more colour. So that's just one of my photos I was just putting out there just to get an idea of size and scale. I'm now probably going to come in with this hot pink. This colour is so awesome. And I'm going to do a whole circle this time. So this is just really arty. I'm just doing what feels right. I'm just adding colour and seeing what works. So there's no exact science to this. This is just whatever looks good to my eye. This one here goes a little bit purple in places, I actually think. Yeah, so I'm just creating in the mood board that we have to use for our layouts, there are lots of circles on it, so that's one of the reasons why I wanted to incorporate circles into my layout. It's also a great fun way of creating, sorry my layouts is appearing down the bottom of my video a little bit there. So as you can see, I've just kind of, it's a bit messy now, looks a bit weird, but when I stick my photos on, you kind of lose the middle bit of the layout there. So those are the three photos that I was going to use, and I kind of looked at it now and went, oh, what else do I need to add? What else could be interesting on my page? So I've actually gone off to look for one of my mists, I think. So I'm actually going to add some teal or aqua tones to my layout. And you'll see in a minute, I'm going to add a little bit of that to the inside of my circles. Like I said, the crayons are so easy to use. Look there, I've just used the packaging technique. It's real messy and looks quite hideous at this point in time. But actually when you put my photos on, it looks kind of cool, and some of my pinky purples have gone a little bit purpley. So as you can see, I'm just adding lots of layering embellishments. I really liked all the ephemera from the from Oasis collection from Crepe Paper. On this layout, I pretty much have added each circle element, each photo has the same elements added to it. So that gives it a lot of uniformity, and so everything's got something on one side, then I add it to the other side of the middle photo. So it's a lot of repetition, and repetition looks really good when you've got 3 or 4 different things going on your page. As you can see, I'm stapling things to the background. I've got a long arm stapler, and that means when it's got lots of gesso and lots of mixed media, it's really easy to make sure everything's stuck to your page. And so yeah, I'm just keeping embellishing, and I'm sorry, oh there we go, I've lifted up a little bit off my page. I really liked the black and white stripe washi tape by Bella Boulevard, and I wanted to create a little bit of a thing at the top, a little bit of embellishing at the top and the bottom of my page. As you can see, as I'm turning things around, everything's disappearing off the bottom. Sorry, I really need to check what I'm doing when I'm actually videoing. Hopefully soon I do lift it back up again. So pretty much every embellishment I'm doing on one photo, I'm going to repeat it on the other 3 photos. I think that just creates a lot of fun, lots of rules of thirds. This layout's kind of based on design principles, rules of thirds, groups of 3, and then just makes everything look nice and pretty. Still embellishing, looking at different buttons from the kits. So I really enjoyed creating this layout. I really like the ephemera. It's really fun to layer, and those leatherette stickers from Printfresh Studio is just really awesome. Now I am lifting off a little bit of my washi tape. I find that when I edit my photos, if anything's too close to the edge, I tend to lose it, just the way that I edit my square photos. So I've just lifted everything up a little bit. You won't really notice when you see the final page. It just means that I don't miss any of my embellishments when I take a photo of my layout. So here I am, I'm just gluing everything down. As you can see, I've got teal elements on each of the under each photo. Each photo has some of the Vicky Bruton, the American Crafts sticker sheet, the watercolor sticker sheet, and I've added some more circle elements just to mimic the circle elements under each of my photo. Really had fun doing this layout. There's my final layout, and some close-ups. So I hope you've enjoyed my process video. Sorry some of it had disappeared off the bottom. I'm still trying to work out exactly the best way to have my camera. It's kind of stuck with a selfie stick. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed my layout share today, and look forward to seeing you another time. Cheers!